So still working on the head. I'm just gonna continue what I was doing in the previous chapter and add some more final details to the head. So adding a little bit of skin folds everywhere to make the transition between the front of his head and the back, kind of like a big bag that he had on the back. So I want to feel some weight there, so I'm gonna add lots of skin folds and slowly fade them into the back of his head. Always good to zoom out a little bit to see what kind of detail you need to add and what parts need to be reworked a little bit. Also with the deco brush, it's really easy to add some nice veins details. They're actually not on the concept, but I'm looking for some more details to add, so that's gonna be a good one. I'm also checking the lights on the mesh right now, see how all those details react with different lighting. Make sure there's nothing weird that I didn't see. And I'm gonna start working on the back of his head, adding all the final details. So again, because I add one more level of subdivisions, a lot of those shapes get smoothed out, so I need to come back and redefine those a little bit. I still can go up one more level of subdivision, but for now I'm gonna use subdivision 4. That should be enough for the main details, and then when I'm gonna start adding some alphas to it, I'm gonna try to go to the maximum level of subdivision. I'm adding some extra skin folds around the connections, the plugs that he have. Still pretty far from the model, so I can really see the entire shape, and I'm not working really the really final details right now. I'm still reshaping those major muscles a little bit more. And still not working with symmetry on, trying to have really asymmetrical mesh, asymmetrical details. And switching from projection to 3D view. So right now I'm in projection and I'm creating some more refined skin folds with the deco brush. just using the main ones and adding one more level of detail. Some veins. That's really some easy details that you can add a little bit everywhere. It's just gonna feel much more natural with those details. Refining the back. Still with the deco brush. Just adding some more wrinkles. And I'm gonna clean all this mess from the projection. Make sure it's clean everywhere. And also always looking at the shape, even the main shape of the head, because I'm gonna export that mesh from ZBrush and re-import it in Max. I still can adjust the shapes. Sometimes by adding too much and also using a lot of inflate, you get some weird, like the basic shape of your mesh get affected by that. So you need to come back and reshape it sometime. So now I'm ready to add the final details with alpha maps. So I'm still looking for the one I've been using on the other parts. I'm gonna paint some more major skin folds by hand, just because I need one more level of detail before I start adding some really final details with alpha maps. I still can paint a lot of things on there, so now I should have enough details to start adding the alphas. Adding some more bumps. And some more wrinkles in there. And then I'm probably gonna have to inflate all those a little bit. Before I start to paint all those alphas, I'm also gonna make sure I'm doing the same thing on the other side of the head. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing, painting all those skin folds, and make sure I stay consistent with the rest of the body. So they're never gonna be exactly the same, but I kind of know what I did on the other side, so okay. So now I'm gonna start adding some more final alpha details. Smooth that out a little bit. Inflate. And now I'm gonna paint some skin pores in the back of his head. As if the skin was really really thick skin. So of course I'm gonna have some more refined skin pores in the bump map when I'm gonna start doing texturing, but those are gonna show up in the normal map, and they're gonna be really for like major skin bumps, just to have something a little bit everywhere, so I don't have too much smooth part. Everything everywhere, there's textures everywhere. So using the same alpha and just try and paint it a little bit everywhere on the mesh. And I have a lot of cleanings to do, so I'm gonna clean all that. And after that I'm gonna start doing some details on the wings, and for that I'm gonna need to create my own alpha map. So I'm almost done with that. There's a lot of cleaning. Usually when you do a lot of projection with alphas, there's a lot of cleaning to do after. Just make sure you don't have bad stuff like that up there. So just using the smooth tool, you just can get rid of that. So I'm gonna start working on that wing. So first thing I'm gonna do is quickly reshaping it. The main muscles, and always the same process. I'm starting with the biggest details, and step by step refining the details until the last step is painting all the final details with alpha map. So for that wing, I'm gonna have to create my own map for the end of the wing. So I'm gonna show you how to do that with Photoshop really quickly. So I'm still defining all the major bumps and shapes. Defining all those muscles a little bit better. But I'm really trying to keep the same shape, same proportions. I'm not gonna export that mesh and import it back into Max. So I'm not changing anything about the proportions right now, but just adding some more details. So I'm gonna add those I'm gonna probably add that map to the arms and legs. So I'm doing the same in the back. The spots. And we're ready to start painting on that wing. Yeah. Make sure you really paint everywhere on the mesh. Adding some quick skin folds around the base. Save that out. And now we're gonna go in Photoshop. So you can see I choose a reference that I found on the internet. It's a fly wing. So I'm gonna copy that, scale it up, invert it, and then I'm gonna try and fade it a little bit better into the black. So everything that's gonna be white is actually gonna be pushed up in ZBrush. So I'm just cleaning that really quickly, and I'm just gonna apply that on his wings and see how it's look like. So I'm gonna save that in my library, go back in ZBrush, import it, and I'm gonna paint it on, and it's looking pretty good. So I don't have much to do really. If you have a good map that's working well, the only thing you have to do is try and place it, put it at the right spot, and start adding all the extra details. Always trying to go as fast as you can and still trying to keep the best quality, but usually you don't have a lot of time to spend with that ZBrush pass. And a lot of things you can do with mapping too. That's really when you have a major character and you have some decent time to do it, so you're gonna start trying to do as much detail as you can in ZBrush. But most of the time we're just doing a lot of details with maps. So quickly reshaping those, trying to make them look more organic, almost like some kind of ears. And I'm gonna refine the bones a little bit better for that articulation, and maybe create some skin fold with the deco brush around the base. So really quickly I come and paint all those wrinkles with the deco brush. And then with the inflate brush I'm just gonna make them a little bit more fat. So you can see really quickly I'm just painting a bone in there and some kind of muscles. Just try to have a little bit more specific shape for those. And now I'm gonna start adding some final details with alpha maps. So some kind of old bumpy skin in there. I don't really know what to put, but I think this is a good one for articulations. And maybe old skin. So it's really easy, just using the same alpha map and with different scales and different directions. I'm gonna do the same here. Smooth that out a little bit. And I'm gonna do the same in the back with a bigger scale. Smooth that out just a little bit, and pretty much good to go. Just need to put some more maps inside there. So I'm trying the same map. There's really many solutions that you can use. I'm just trying to be quick and find the right one, but it's really also depend on the concept artist. You can always go talk to him and really, if you have any doubt, really ask him what what he think about this and that, and you know, he's gonna be able to give you some precision about the model.